Dr. Travis Taylor believes the Skinwalker Ranch mystery will be solved in an experiment called Massive. And after what went down during this jaw-dropping investigation, you might just believe it too, because what started as a scientific experiment with high-tech gear and serious researchers quickly turned into something that defied explanation, something bigger, stranger, and yeah, maybe even beyond this world. Picture this. It's just after sunset at Skinwalker Ranch, that legendary hotspot of weirdness buried deep in Utah's winter basin. The place has been a magnet for decades of stories involving UFOs, cattle mutilations, portals, glowing orbs, and well, let's just say unknown forces, and Dr. Travis Taylor, he's had enough of the mystery. "We're going all out tonight," he says, practically buzzing. "This is the most ambitious experiment we've done in 5 years. We're going massive." And he meant it. This wasn't just your average ghost hunt with a couple of EMF meters and a shaky camera, no. This was a full-blown, all-hands-on-deck science operation. LAR trucks check, thermal drones check, night vision goggles, GPS units, radiation monitors, spectrum analyzers, check, and check. And the team: heavy hitters imaging expert John Brown, thermal specialist Pete Kelsey, and later veterans Jim Royston and Sam Disso. Oh, and let's not forget Cameron Fugel flying a helicopter at 1,000 FT above the action with eyes on the skies. Something was going to happen, they all felt it, but they had no idea what. Boom. A rocket fires into the night sky above the east field. The goal: stir things up, trigger the phenomena, open a door, even if just a crack into whatever's lurking just beyond the veil of ordinary reality. As the rocket soars, John Brown begins his trek across the ranch in the LAR truck, scanning every inch of space from the earth to the helicopter. Cameron shadows from above, supposedly right over the truck. But here's the kicker: he's not. He says he's above the LAR truck, Thomas says over the radio, confused, but he's actually over the Mesa drill site way behind it. Hold up, what? Everyone on the ground can see it plain as day. The chopper is in the wrong place, but Cameron insists he's right on top of John. It's like their perceptions were being manipulated, bent, twisted. Was it a glitch in the tech, or was the ranch itself playing games again? It made no sense, Travis says, shaking his head. None at all. But the weirdness was just getting warmed up, literally. Enter the triangle, that infamous zone of high strangeness at Skinwalker Ranch. This is where things always seem to get wild, and tonight they brought the heat, literally. A burner from a hot air balloon was set up to blast flames into a very specific altitude, 31 FT above the ground, right where the team had previously detected something. Yeah, something, that's the only word that fits. "Let's light it up," Travis says, radio crackling in 5-4-3. Whoosh, flames shoot into the air, lidar scanners whir, night vision cameras roll, but then static on the radios. From fire. "That's crazy," Travis mutters. "How can fire cause static?" Something about that blob zone 31 FT up was reacting. The flame wasn't just heating air, it was touching something unseen. And then it gets even weirder. Whoa. Caleb yells something just moved across the mesa like a band or a fog. You see, this wasn't just heat distortion. On Pete's thermal drone footage, they catch it. A distortion field of some kind, like a shadow or a ripple, or it's a camouflaged object. They burn again, the distortion moves. It looked like the flames were bending around something, Caleb says, like a smoke ring hitting a bowl and rolling around it. Travis is floored. We might be seeing a force field or a structure, or who knows. Just when you think the night scene gets stranger, Cameron from high above radios in, I'm seeing UAPs, 2 small orbs right around the chopper. Nobody else can see them, not with their own eyes or even the ground-based cameras. But Cameron, with his night vision goggles, is tracking them. Real, tangible, moving in ways that defy the laws of physics. And here's the kicker: the orbs are hovering almost 5,000 feet above of the triangle. Whatever's happening, Travis says, it's vertical, it's aerial, it's spatial, it's real. By the end of the night, the team was running on empty, but their data recorders full to the brim. This is more data than we've ever collected in a single night. Eric says maybe more than we've collected over 5 years combined. But what does it all mean? Are they seeing cloaked craft, energy fields, interdimensional phenomena, a hidden technology embedded deep in the mesa? Nobody can say for sure, but what is clear is that something responded to their experiment, and that something may not want to be found. Or maybe it wants to be seen. Dr. Travis Taylor isn't your average scientist. He's not afraid to chase the unknown. And with the massive experiment, he and his team may have just kicked down the door to one of the greatest mysteries in America. This place has been hiding secrets for years, Travis says. But not anymore, because on that night with rockets, LAR, and fire, they touched something, maybe even woke something, and whatever it is, it's watching. But here's where it gets downright mind-blowing. What if this invisible force isn't just reacting to the experiments? What if it's alive? Some researchers have long speculated that Skinwalker Ranch might sit on a kind of energetic fault line where reality itself is thinner. Could it be that what Travis and his team are stirring up with rockets and LiDAR scans is actually waking up a sentient energy field? Ancient folklore among the Ute tribe, who've long considered the land cursed, speaks of malevolent forces known as skinwalkers, shape-shifting entities that can manipulate space and perception. What if those legends were never just myths, but warnings about a conscious intelligence cloaked in electromagnetic disguise? Now consider this. What if the triangle isn't just a hot spot but a gate? Not a metaphorical one, but a literal space-time portal. The exact altitude of 31 FT, where all the distortion and anomaly activity centers, might not be random. Could this blob zone be a spatial overlap? A breach point between dimensions or timelines? The way the flames bent around an invisible dome and orbs danced around Cameron's chopper suggests some kind of spherical geometry, the very shape ancient cultures associated with divine or cosmic portals. If this is a gate, then where or when does it lead? Some physicists even outside the fringe have speculated about naturally occurring wormholes and spatial anomalies. Skinwalker Ranch could be one of those rare places on Earth where these phenomena emerge naturally or have been engineered. You heard that right there. Is a growing theory that the mesa isn't just a natural formation, but a constructed mound housing buried tech. Maybe not ours. The LAR glitches and GPS misreads might not be glitches at all, but defense mechanisms. Think cloaking fields, distortion tech, maybe even alien surveillance systems buried deep beneath the rock. And speaking of them, who's to say the orbs and aerial anomalies are just energy? What if they're life forms? Plasma-based entities, interdimensional sentinels, or ancient sky beings? Call them what you want. Their movements, the way they interact with human presence, the way they always seem one step ahead. It's as if they're observing, cataloging, maybe even testing us. Some conspiracy theorists believe that these beings are the true architects of the ranch's bizarre phenomena, that the government has known for decades and is engaged in a covert battle for control over what might be one of Earth's last remaining stargates. Let's not forget the timeline distortion stories. Missing time, sudden weather shifts, people feeling like hours passed in seconds or vice versa. During the massive experiment, when the helicopter and truck went out of sync, it wasn't just spatial dislocation. It could have been temporal slippage. These are the kind of phenomena reported in places like the Bermuda Triangle, or Antarctica's Forbidden Sector, areas long whispered to be tangled in timelines and alternate realities. Are the scientists of Skinwalker Ranch accidentally tapping into parallel versions of our world, where physics behave differently and rules we take for granted no longer apply? All of this might sound like science fiction, but trust me, science fiction has a history of becoming science fact. Once upon a time, black holes were just a theory, so were gravitational waves, and yet here we are. If Skinwalker Ranch holds the key to understanding space-time, energy manipulation, or even non-human intelligence, then the massive experiment isn't just about curiosity. It's about disclosure. It's about taking the first bold steps toward decoding a truth that could rewrite everything we know about consciousness, physics, and the very structure of the universe. So next time you look up at the stars, remember there may be more waiting just above your head, or hovering exactly 31 ft off the ground. The truth might not be out there. Might be right here, cloaked, vibrating, watching, waiting for someone brave enough to unlock its secrets. And that someone might just be Dr. Travis Taylor and his team at Skinwalker Ranch.